should be, and I'm going to do all my pings so people know that we are live.
Ping pong, ping ping pong.
There's the
ping,
Discord
pong,
ping.
Ping, pong.
And I did ping your Discord. Just
I know, my wife told me, she was like, oh my god, I'm seeing it.
I asked permission. I'm like, well, I want your people to know you're here if they want to hang out.
They're very welcome to hang out. They're like,
Something
who's
went
this
wrong.
dead streamer?
You're not a dead streamer.
I'm dead.
You're not a dead streamer. I hate that, like, okay. Blue Sky drives me absolutely nuts, and then Twitter's like, oh, this failed, and I'm trying to repost it, and it's like, nah, it worked, and I'm like, then why'd you tell me it didn't work? Like, what the hell?
God forbid we post about the stream on the network streaming.
Right, exactly. Hi everyone, my name's Sakutian. This is my friend Flara Blitz. She's a very talented streamer, artist, vocalist, all-around wonderful person.
Yippee! That's me.
Atomic is here. She says hello to her pretty pink friends.
Hello!
This is my little talk show, just chatting, whatever you want to call it. This is called Stings, Wings, and Other Things, where we talk about magical creatures. So far, we've talked about unicorns with my friend Prism Splay. We talked about kelpies with my friend Liara. We talked about a magical snake with just me. And now, what are we do? Flara, what are we talking about with you today?
I don't know. I think you're gonna have to figure out once we get into the in the weeds here.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So I am going to share something before we dive into the presentation. This is the official artwork. I'm going to make it big so you can all see it. This is the official artwork that Flara did for...
Oh, yeah, I did that!
I love this art. Flara worked very, very hard on it. Flara is one of the key people who makes my streams possible. She did my BRB screen. She did my starting soon screen. She is always a hugely supportive person. She's one of my first streamer friends who made me stick around and do this. Flara would come and hang out and watch me play Slime Rancher when I was like, I had a Vivi avatar and was playing on a PlayStation 4.
I remember that. We had a good time. Hi, L-Train.
Hi, L-Train. But yeah, I love this book. So every time, like, we're talking about Stings, Wings, and other things, this is the book. This is the book that all of the magical creatures go into after we do the streams.
I live in there.
I'm get in there then.
I live in there. I made it and I live in there.
You have rent to pay if you live in there.
How much back rent do I owe you?
Well, if you're living in the book, okay, so if you live just in tower like everyone does, then you don't have to pay rent. If you live in the book, you have to pay.
What the fuck is this, a bullshit system? I have to pay if I'm in the tower, but if I don't have to pay for the tower, but if I'm in the book,
if you live in tower, you don't have to pay. You have a whole floor. You have a whole floor of the Discord. You have a whole.
What if I want to live in the book on my floor?
Then you have to pay to live in the book.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
To live in the book is $250 a month.
What the? Actually, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. It's better.
Never mind. I'm not complaining about it if it's that cheap.
You thought I was gonna give you like New York prices, like $2,500 a month.
I thought you were gonna hit me with the $1,600 a month for book rental space.
I looked at an apartment and my real estate agent took me over there and they were like, well, this is a really nice place and we're looking at it. It looked bombed out.
$18 billion in rent.
They're like, well, it's one floor, but you have it to yourself, but the bathroom's on the second floor and you share it with the people in that unit.
What?
And you share the kitchen, which is also on the second floor. And I'm like, I'm really not liking this. And they're like, no, it's okay. It's like, there's no pets. And I'm like, I have a cat.
bro, I literally own a cat. What do you want with me?
And then they were like, there's no parking spaces that are assigned. And there's
what are
no...
the positives? I'm
Um,
starting to
the-
struggle to see those.
The positives were $1,800 a month in rent.
That's not even a positive.
No. A positive
I
is
pay
this
cheaper
art.
rent than that.
I laughed. I walked out. I was like, hell no. Not even close.
Not even letting it.
Train-
Then again, I searched vigorously for my apartment. I ended up doing I had a Google sheet of all of the places in the area that I saw that I wanted to look into. And it ended up working out because we just did the one and we were like, wow, this place is great. And the landlords were like, yeah, you guys are gamers and you're quiet. Sounds like a deal.
Rent to quiet gamers who are also horse girls. That's
Yeah,
the secret.
rent to the horse girls. Except let me own your property. No renting here. I hate landlords.
I want to again praise you for this art. I made her work very hard on it. I was very, very difficult. I'm a very difficult person to do art comms for.
You're not that difficult to do art comms for. I took a long time to do it, so I'm really happy that you're happy with it, and I'm happy to have made it for you.
I'm gonna leave this on screen so people can see it. So I'm just gonna make it smaller.
I don't think you're gonna have space to leave it on the screen. Now that we can get into my wonderful thing that I made for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Give me one sec. I am.
Guys, I hope you're really excited. I came. I made a presentation for you guys and also Saku.
You did.
So that he could display to you guys what I'm talking about, my talking points.
You did. You made
Tell
a
me
presentation.
you've evolved to an office position without telling me you've evolved into an office.
Okay, let me adjust some stuff so we can actually see this.
I should have taken crabs. I know I took horses, but I should have took crabs. Mythical crabs.
I mean, you can always come back and do mythical crabs another time.
I think that's an invitation to do another one. What do you think, chat? Should I come back? I haven't even done my presentation. Hello, Jezza Rose.
It's Jezza Rose. Jezza Rose is a very talented artist. I am trying to get this to show up, and it is fighting me every step of the way. Give me just a sec. Entertain
How is
chat
it fighting
while
you? I sent you a PDF.
No, I know it's not you. It's the my window capture just doesn't want to show. Okay.
Do you want me to share the presentation with you on Google Sheets? Hit free Google editing thing.
No, I am just trying to get it to actually grab the window I wanted to grab. Okay.
Why? What's in the other window?
Grab.
You want to talk about it? You got porn in your other window?
No. It's always like...
You definitely die.
No, I don't. Okay. I think this worked. I did it!
Yay!
I just have to adjust it to actually fit, because it's friggin' huge.
It's huge! It's me-sized.
Okay, let me adjust that.
And now you can make it full screen.
Yeah, I present.
Present. Yay!
Hi, Jezza. It's nice to see you. He says this, but Saku is the reason I make rent every month. Atomic, why are you paying rent? Why? Okay, wait. Everyone on Team Tower literally has a floor in Tower. Prism has a floor. Flara has a floor. Atomic has a floor. Liara has a floor. Why are you paying rent?
I think in real life they are paying rent.
Oh. Well, don't do that.
Which
Just
is
move in with me.
suckier.
Just move in with me.
Just move to America, Forehead. You definitely want to be here.
That's why
you
Tower's...
definitely want to come here.
It's great.
great. Literally, like the whirling thing's on fire behind
let me
me.
find my.
It's so great here.
It's really great. It's not a hellscape
Sweating.
at all.
Sweating so profusely. Definitely. There's definitely no problems in Bossing Say.
I would rather be in Bossing Say because at least we have benders there. Okay.
At least there's cabbages and free healthcare in Bossing Say.
Oh my god, you're right. They do have free healthcare.
We did it. We found the positives about Bossing Say.
So, Flara, you made this presentation.
I did.
I'm
I'm forewarning you, you might want to make this window smaller. Because we're going to cover up, like, a portion of it.
Oh. Do you think I should make us smaller?
I'm saying you should, like, make the presentation smaller itself.
Okay.
It will be legible, I promise.
I believe you.
Absolutely promise it will be legible.
Let me... How's that?
That's perfect. Just, yeah. Now it's like a game. Looking at the game.
Game! Alright. So...
Game!
Do you want to tell... We're talking about horses today, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I do want to preface this, similar to how when I was talking about the magical snakes last time, we're talking about, like, magical horses, too. But I'll let you... I digress. This is your floor. I'm just over here.
This is my... I point at the screen. I point at the whiteboard. This is my class, and you are all sitting in it.
Jesus. Hi, Toku.
Hi, Toku. Alright. So, I'll just start off. So you want to talk about horse. We've made it this far. I know you're very excited. I know everyone here is sitting at the edge of their seat. Thrilled. Absolutely shaking in their boots over horse. Could you hit the next slide for me, Pookie?
I have a question. Did you copyright horse? Are you the Pokemon company?
Yeah, I've copywrote it. It's my brand now.
Oh.
Nobody can talk about horses without coming through me first.
Alright, let me... Hi, Atomic.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna talk about is we have to talk about horse. We need to define, like, what is horse and, like, what make horse special, right? So I've written this down for everyone. So there's mythological horses and what makes them special. And I know that, like, you chat are probably like, POV, I'm sitting here and watching this stream. Horse is already great. What can be even better? There's more to than the normal amount, like the normal horse. Like the normal horse activities of running, eating grass, laying down. Mythical horses also have different things that they do. And I wanted to go over that in this presentation to you. And if you don't like horses or like have a problem with the basis of this, then fuck off. They literally walk on their toes. And if you think this whole thing was unnecessary, then I will like step on you in the bad way.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So wait, they walk on their toes?
Yes. The actual like the hoof on a horse is actually like their toe. Like they're equivalent to like walking on one giant toe.
So they're like ballerinas.
Yes. Kind of. It's like if you walked on your like toenail instead of like your actual toe.
So like just one toe. Oh wait, no, that's much worse. That's nightmare fuel. I don't want to walk on my toenail. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's just literally one very thick toenail and toe that they walk on each foot.
Do you want me to go to the next slide?
I would love for you to go to the next slide.
Okay.
So I have implemented and created a system which we're calling the scary factor. I've also trademarked this if you're curious. I've got 5 categories here for us to evaluate on mythical horses. We have speed. So how fast is the horse? Is it like extra speedy? Is the horse like going like horse is already pretty fast? Is the horse, the mythological horse in question, faster than a normal horse? We also have cunt, which is the horse serving? Is it cunty? Is she giving us everything? Like, is there like something visual?
Oh my god.
Love that. There's agreeableness, such as I consider this, is the horse nice? There are some real nasty mythological horses, like ones that like eat you, and ones that want to like step on you, and ones that want to kill you. So I made this a category because ideally, for a horse to be like a positive to me, it has to want to like me.
Jess is taking notes.
Then there's the razzle dazzle category, which I know that you in the audience, you might be sitting here going, cunt and razzle dazzle are so similar. You're correct, but there's a special thing that separates them. There is cunt, which is like how like fashionable it is, and razzle dazzle, which is how much it surprises me. And like it's like the wow factor, versus cunt is more like slay mama. I hope that clarifies it.
Okay,
and there's intelligence, which is like, is the horse smart? Do you have any questions on this before I move forward?
So speed is speed, like Sonic. Like, are they fast?
Yes.
The C word is, are they serving? Agreeableness is, are they a nice horse? So like, they're like Bill the Pony from Lord of the Rings, or are they like?
Is it like My Little Pony levels of niceness?
Okay, and that makes, so they have to be My Little Pony levels of niceness to be horse?
No. I was just pulling that as an example.
Razzle dazzle is like, you know, are they improvisationally awesome? And intelligences, are they smart?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm here.
So
here for
it's scary. That's how scary the horse is, objectively.
Copyright.
I sent it to the patent office. They approved this system.
So when did you start working for Nintendo?
I am not at liberty to disclose that.
Alright, do you want me to go to the next slide?
I would absolutely love it if you could go to the next slide.
Alright.
Okay. So I'm sure you
what are these pictures?
I found them off of Google and I googled horse. You're wondering what qualifies as a horse. So I'm sure a lot of you might have not seen a horse in your life. You might be thinking, oh, a chair could be a horse. No, that's not right. I'm shooting it down. I'm smacking it out of your hands. Horses look like this. I point at the screen. And if you are here, you are visually impaired, or you're like putting this on like a podcast, there are 2 images in the back. They are of a creature with 4 legs, and all 4 legs are touching the ground. Well, almost touching the ground in one case, but like they're 4 legs, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. It's got a tail. It's got a long neck, and it's got like a little head. And specifically, they're on both pictures. Both the head and the tail are both very luxurious and long.
I have questions.
Yes.
So to be a horse, you have to be a quadruped.
Yes.
And primarily move with all 4 legs remaining on or near the ground at all times.
I wouldn't say that's it just needs to have 4 legs that look like it could run.
Okay.
Like, it needs to look as if, like, if it wanted to, it could choose to run upon the ground.
Okay, and it needs a tail and a mane.
Yes.
And, like, the horse head.
It doesn't necessarily need the horse head. Like, it doesn't need to, like, as per the top, it needs to look vaguely like that some or most of the time. So, for example, if it can do it and it chooses to do it sometimes, like, for example, like Uma Masame, I would count that in this context as a horse because it could be that.
We'll revisit the Uma. Atomic has a question: is BoJack Horseman a horse?
I mean, like, he's not really a horse. He's more like a furry.
How? So, like, let's use your scary. How would BoJack Horseman stack up?
Not well.
Like,
I
he's
don't
not
think
very
he does any of
fast.
these.
He's not fast at all. Does he serve?
I don't know. I watched enough of BoJack Horseman, but he kind of seems like a boy failure, so I would say no.
He is not agreeable.
No.
He does not have Razzle Dazzle.
He was a star at a point. I'd give him like half a point.
Half a point. And intelligence, he's pretty stupid.
He's pretty dumb.
So he gets half a point total out of a potential.
Which is not great on the scary scale.
So that's like, so what's the maximum on the scary scale? Like 10? 10,000?
5 out of 5. I evaluated this in 1 point per each category.
Okay, so 1 point per category. He gets half a point for Razzle Dazzle. So is there like a cutoff, or do you have to, like, if you get like 3 points, can you still be a horse?
What do you mean by that?
Like, okay, score me as a horse.
Score you as a horse.
Yes.
You don't fit the criteria for horse.
I have.
Slide.
All right. Let's see the criteria. Do you want to go to the next slide?
This slide, yes. Do you look like this some or most of the time? Let me see the horse model and I'll make a judgment.
I mean, I could.
For clarity, I need to see the horse.
Give me a sec. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
I'm sorry, chat. I need to see the horse in order to appropriately rate, like, to use my judgment. Oh my god, he's in a little frame. That's a pretty good horse. I feel like rating you on the scary scale is like not possible though. Like you break the charts.
I'm too good.
I'm also biased. I'm biased, and I am. Listen, I'm a researcher. So I have to admit when there's bias in the study. So if I saw this picture of you, I would be like, oh my god, he's so agreeable and so sweet. And I feel like I would just give you like 1 billion points, and that's not fair to the other contestants.
You heard it. I broke the scary scale. I was too. Horse me is too cute.
It's true. I see there's a question.
Yeah.
Would you like to read that to me?
Saku and Flara, how would you categorize a fully mature female horse that causes bad dreams? Would that be considered a dream or a nightmare?
That's quite funny. I like the joke. I like your spirit. Nightmares are typically depicted in media as horses, so I would count that as a mythological horse.
Fair enough. I thank you for clarifying the scary, and I'm glad that we have a point system, because that's going to be something I'm going to revisit with you. Do you want to move on to the next slide?
That would be fantastic. So I've included some examples of things that are not horses.
Who is this guy?
He is a stock photo of a man. I googled man on Google, and that's what it popped up.
Oh my god.
So in case you guys need to know, visually these are not horses. So that's a man on the far left. There's a chair in the middle, and there is a water on the right.
I have so many questions.
Yes.
Who is this guy, and why does he look like... I'm afraid of him. He's creepy.
I'm also afraid of him. However, I made this, and I don't remember where I got the image from.
I love that you did the chair thing, because you literally mentioned the chair as an example of what is not a horse. So 4 legs will not do it.
The 4 legs will not do it. You need to also be living and breathing.
Is this water a dig against Elsa's horse?
Yes.
Would Elsa's horse not be a horse because it's made of water?
I don't count Elsa's horse as a horse because most of the times it is water. So it needs to be a horse more often.
Okay. So Jezza wants to know if the horses from the Lord of the Rings that Arwen summons would count as horses.
I would count it because they're really part of a main, they're part, I would count it, but I would also not, I'm not professionally literatured in Lord of the Rings, so I'm unable to provide my full opinion, but it sounds like from your description that, if there is someone that appears as a horse, then I would count that.
I mean, I can show you the reference.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Yeah, let me grab you a reference here. Give me one sec.
I would like to see it.
We're not going to talk about my YouTube recommendations, by the way, so whatever you see is what you see.
It's fine.
Uh,
No judgment. I hope oh my god, Kitchen Nightmares. Never mind. That's a perfectly normal YouTube recommendation.
Okay, I'm gonna try, we're not gonna watch this whole scene because it's 5 minutes. I'm just gonna jump to the relevant part. Okay.
I love how the most replayed part is where we're looking at it now.
So those are horses. That is a horse.
Jesus, the budget.
Yeah.
The budget is budgeting.
And here they go.
Where's the horse?
There's the horses.
Oh, okay.
So is that horse?
I feel like I would count it because it's really cool, and I can't really argue with cool factor. Like, the thing that's different about those horses and Elsa's horse is that horse was like, those horses are really fucking cool. Elsa's horse is not very cool.
Wow.
I hate to be that guy, but
wow.
The rule of cool does outweigh the scary factor.
The rule of
Hunt
cool
is one of the parts.
So this is your reminder to hydrate. I'm gonna take a sippy sip of my drink and then I'm opening.
Yeah, Wawa time. You also got a stretchy earlier.
I did do my stretch. I did do my stretch. Unless you have to redeem a special hidden redeem.
Do I also have to stretch?
Yeah, you have to stretch because you're shrimping.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. I cracked my back for you guys.
Rule of cool outweighs. Wow, Atomic's talking trash in chat. Atomic says that the rule of cool outweighs the scary factor.
It's true. It's a D&D principle, and also it's a part of the scary vibes.
Do you want me to go on to the next page? I'm afraid. I
Absolutely.
Is this guy going to show up again? I don't like him.
No, he's not. He's not in any other part of the presentation.
Okay. I trust you.
So, we're getting into the weeds now. I hope you're excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Alright, these are the weeds. So this is the first horse we'll be discussing. I will say that I've discussed these horses, and all of the things I've selected have been run by a panel of horse experts. And when I say horse experts, I'm talking about my friends in the horse character fandom. So like I've reviewed this with like horse artists, horse enthusiasts, horse people in general. So I would like all of you to know that if your horse did not make this list, the panel thought it was either not cool enough or perhaps would not be suited for the scary factor.
Okay.
Now I digress. That I've qualified the opinion. So the first horse I'd like to bring up to our attention is Sleipnir. Very famous horse.
Mm-hmm.
From Norse mythology. Odin rode him or something, I forgot. And he has, he's battle ready. In most of his artworks, you can see him depicted as, like, either actively fighting or, like, in some sort of fight scene, which I thought was pretty slay.
Right, okay.
It kind of, this is just my observational comedy here. He looked kind of like if a spider and a horse had, like, a really bad one-night stand. I specifically noted 8 legs that he has, and more than me. I only have 2, canonically, right now. So I did want to note that for the presentation. So, let us go to the scary factor evaluations.
Okay.
1. Speed. I made the conclusion here that surely having twice the legs is twice as fast, which I agree with. I agree with that logic.
Uh-huh.
Nobody questioned me on that logic. It is completely sound, and I'm not... I hate you. I read that fun
one-night stand.
That's horrible. It's horrible. I hate that joke. It's perfect.
Oh my god.
This one I am willing to accept criticism on. However, I put down a 0.5 for cunt. I think that having 8 legs is debatably cunty. There's also no color renderings of Slipnir, so this kind of threw me for a loop, and that's where I deducted my points. But I think the concept of having 8 legs is quite cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't like the way they drew them in this image, though.
Yeah, they, like, some of them are really spooky, and some of them are, like, kind of, like, goofy. So, like, kind of, like, that's where I had to, like, take some points away, because like, some of them are just really freaking goofy. If I were to draw Slipnir, I would draw him cool, not like, oops, the snake is entangled in my legs. Oopie poopie. Agreeableness, I gave him the full point for this because he's a battle horse. He, like, literally all of his, like, media that he's in, like, portrays him as, like, the super, like sleigh horse that, like, is, like the battle steed, the ideal battle steed moment. And I thought that was quite cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And then for Razzle Dazzle, I wrote not much here, but, like, I thought, again, the 8 legs really throw me for a loop, because it's, like, it's really cool and really, like, fashionable, but there's not really much to say. Like, he's kind of like that one character in shooter video games, or, like, in character shooters, where it's, like, this is their one thing that they do, and they don't really have a lot else.
Okay.
So he was a little bit difficult to evaluate. For intelligence, I didn't give him anything, because he seemed kind of dumb.
Wow.
No, like, shit on Slipnir, but, like, there's nothing noted about his intelligence. He's literally just a horse with some legs. And that, in concept, is really cool. But there was nothing, like, there's no, like, media, there's no, like, extra bonus stuff about how smart he is. So I gave him a 0 there. So, total score, for those of you keeping track, 3 out of 5. On the scary scale.
Okay. It's a 3 out of 5. So does a 3, does he qualify as a horse?
No. This is not, for this thing, scary is just how, like, cool and, like, mythological horses.
Okay.
All of these are already, like, these are all what I would consider horses.
So if I'm a 3 on the horse scale, I can look down on the horses that are a 2. Or
yes.
2.5.
It's like a tier list, or, like, classification system.
I feel like we need to, like, address something on this chart that you've made here.
Yes.
He is a demigod, technically.
That is true.
Because he's Loki's kid.
However, there really wasn't much media on things that he did other than, like, being a horse. No offense.
But, like, I feel like he at least deserves a 1 in Razzle Dazzle for being a demigod son of Loki. Because Loki definitely...
Where is the looks department coming in from Loki? Look at these images and tell me.
Okay.
Ask of me where.
Now we have to. Now we're gonna look at something else, because.
I think Loki is hot. However, the horse son did not get much in the looks department.
We're gonna look at something really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pausing my music for 1 sec because I want you all to hear this in all of its glory. Alright, check this out.
He's gonna show me the video of all time.
Okay, so this is Final Fantasy VII.
I saw Cloud, I'm pretty sure I know that.
There he is!
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first color rendering I've seen of Slipnir.
I think he's in a bunch of... Well, wait, let's try a new Final Fantasy 12. I don't know if Odin is in Final Fantasy 12 with a summons. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I like your rating. I do think he deserves a 0.5 point bump for being a demigod son of Loki.
I can agree with a 0.5 point bump. However, I'm not editing the ratings at this time because the presentation is finalized. But if this were a personal, like, tier list, I would be willing to compromise with you and give him the 0.5 point, because I personally don't really think that his background leads much. However, by Percy Jackson logic, it makes him cooler. So, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him that point.
Okay.
Anyway, next slide, please. Mr. Presentation Controller, next slide.
I hate this.
All right.
I hate this. Why do they have teeth like Bunnicula?
Because they eat people! So this is the horse number 2, or horses number 2. These are the flesh-eating mirrors of Diomedes.
Uh-huh.
So firstly, bro, they fucking eat people. That's kind of slay. I noted on the presentation, I forget why I like wrote this, but I wrote, I don't know, they're a little freaky, and I think that really, like, you know, like, I believe if I'm correct, these are Apollo's horses, and that is Apollo in the image. For those of you who are saying, "Oh my god, hot," you're right. That's Apollo. He's literally the sun.
Don't bang Apollo. He's a cringe lord.
So firstly, I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. In some media, they're depicted as all women, and I think that's really slay. Girl power. Hoorah.
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 Hoorah. All lady horses, let's go.
I thought, firstly, I was like, the scary factor. I was unable to find anything special about their speed, so I had to go off the assumption that they are, like, normal horse paced. Right?
Okay, sure.
So I gave them a 0, not, like, 0 in the means of their normal horse speed. So, like, I gave, for the speed point specifically on these ratings, I gave them points if I thought they'd be faster than a normal horse. So that is my rating.
Right.
So how'd you give point?
Horses are fast, but they have to be faster than a regular horse. Like,
yeah, like you have to be horse plus.
It's
like new horse plus, new game plus.
So it's like Sonic versus a regular hedgehog.
Yes. Like Sonic, I would give a speed point versus like a normal hedgehog, which would be like baseline.
Okay, carry on.
So I gave them the 0 for speed because it was kind of hard to find any literature on the speed bit. I gave them a 1 on kite because I was just like, damn, it's content that they eat people.
Yeah.
Like having the horrible nasty teeth in the mouth kind of did things for me. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's unique. And I also really like this image I found. There were so many renderings of them, which is kind of really slay because up until this point in my research, I had a lot of trouble finding pictures for Sleipnir, so I was really biased, I will admit. However, finding so many renderings of them was really cool. And this was one of the coolest I found, but if you Google them, I promise you that you will find even cooler images of them.
Fair.
Credit to the artist, by the way. I don't remember if I credited them like 100%. I don't know if I made a credit list.
Their name is on the art.
But the name is on the art in the corner. So if you are curious, you can find them there. This might lead to a dead DeviantArt post though, because some of these did lead to dead DeviantArt posts, and that made me sad.
Google image search
for
is your friend.
agreeableness, I unfortunately had to give them a 0, because I would not touch these with a 5-foot pole, 1.5 meters. For those in the EU, I was like, I would not come in like a 5-mile vicinity of these horses. These are like ones you look at and are like, wow, those are really horses, rather than like go like, oh my god, fucking the all-time, I'm gonna go pet these horses. Like, this is like white woman logic petting these horses if you pet them. And as L-Train noted, they also eat carrots. It is canonical.
I mean, do they only eat people, or do they have, like, a diverse diet, and they just like people?
They have a diverse diet, but they only calm down when they eat people.
Okay.
That was the whole thing. So, like, in myth, they're, like, basically one of Hercules' tasks was to, like, wrangle these motherfuckers, and he did that by feeding them bodies, which is kind of slay.
Were they nice after he fed them bodies? So they're just nice when they're sated?
It makes them sleepy and more handleable, according to the Wikipedia page for these things.
Fair enough. Okay. So like me when you give me pizza.
Yeah, like when you have pizza and beer, like that's the equivalent.
I don't drink beer, but yeah, give me a pizza and I'll and it's like, here, eat this.
Give like a pizza and like apple juice, like
just give me a pizza and a Coke, like pizza? Jesus, apple juice.
I love apple juice.
But I love apple juice too.
Horse.
I love apple juice too, but not like with pizza.
I don't don't know. I think you're sleeping on the combo.
I need thoughts on apple juice and pizza, but carry on with your presentation.
I for the same logic behind cunt, I gave them razzle dazzle. Like, you can think about the reveal. That's when I say razzle dazzle, I think of the reveal. Imagine you're looking at these; they look like completely normal horses. They bare their teeth, and you're like, "Whoa, I'm in danger." So that's why I gave them the point for razzle dazzle, because I was like, "Oh, that's a little hunty."
Yeah.
And then I gave them a point for intelligence because anything that preys on people has to be smart. Because, like, humans are baseline pretty okay on the running away from things scale.
On the not getting eating scale, yeah, we're pretty good at that generally.
Yeah, so I was like, if you're preying on people, then that's, I don't know, like, you're doing pretty good.
Fun fact about these magical flesh-eating mirrors, they appear in animated form twice that I know of.
That's so cool. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, they're in the Hercules animated series that Disney did. He runs off to fight them one time. And they put him in the Alexander anime. They put them in, like, Alexander tames one of them and rides it around.
That's kind of slay.
And it eats
That's really
people.
Cool, actually. I think that these would be really good. If you could tame these horses, they would be excellent battle horses. Because, like, you're running a zero waste operation. You kill the people, the horse eats the people, and that cycle continues.
Now, here's the other part that I have to ask with these animals, because, like, you know, if you're eating people, I assume they're eating, like, the skin. They're not eating, like, the whole person. Like, they don't unhinge their jaw and anaconda anaconda people.
Well, they have teeth, so they can, like, chew and, like, chomp and separate like that.
Because, like, imagine, like, a horse that just unhinged its jaw and, like, eats you whole, and then just shits out bones. No, it is not an anaconda
situation. Anyway, to give a whole rating on these, just because I forgot to say it, 3 out of 5.
I like it. I like their eyes.
I think their eyes are really cool in this art.
The art's very cool. I like these.
I'm very sold on these. They got 3 out of 5 is like my baseline rating for throwing them in here, unless I'm talking shit about it on purpose.
3 out of 5 is pretty good. That. I agree wholeheartedly with this rating.
I would agree with it too. You may proceed to the next slide.
Kelpies. We talked about Kelpies before.
This is a revisitation for those of you who are regulars to Saku's Wings and Stings streams. But our good friend Liara is a Kelpie, so I feel like that like made me biased in picking this. Love you, Liara, wherever you are. And I noted on the presentation, I'll say it out loud as well, that she's based. The reason why I included these were A, they can be on water and in land, which I thought was like that's like an all-purpose, all-terrain vehicle, like type B.
Like a duck boat.
Cool. They also have the sharp fangs that I really digged from the previous slide. I'm not gonna ask you to go back, but you know. And I will say, I am quite biased towards Kelpies in general, because I think as like a design, Kelpies, like the prompt of a Kelpie is so interesting. Like horse that can go in water, also eats people, also is like can change shape. Very cool vibes.
Yeah, totally.
Like at base, there's like a lot of places you can go. I chose this image and I put the image credit on the bottom of the screen. It leads to that DeviantArt page. However, this is kind of slay. Like you see where the cunt and the passion came from here. Thank you, L Train, for that beautiful description in chat of anaconda horsing. I'm not gonna go into it. However, for those of you who are watching like the VOD, TLDR, anaconda unhinged horse jaw moments.
Anaconda deleted scene. Horse eats John Voight whole, spits him back out. He winks and he dies. Anaconda isn't a real movie. You know what's weird? I have the sequel to Anaconda on DVD in the tower.
You have it on DVD?
I have it on DVD. I don't own Anaconda, but I have the sequel on DVD.
Good for you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your review.
That's resourcefulness. No, it's okay. For the scary factor on this one, it was a little bit confusing to rate because for speed, I rated them on their land speed, but objectively their water speed is faster than a normal horse because they're like designed for that.
Mm-hmm.
So this rating is like tentatively a 3 out of 5. It could be higher if we're considering water speed.
Okay.
And no sources were exactly like clear on how fast Kelpies go, so like that I'd have to like talk to Liara in private. But I don't know how comfortable she is discussing her speed. So for that, I gave it a 0.
Okay.
Subject to improvement depending on sources and also just in general.
Okay, gotcha.
For Cunt, I put a 1. Is this the horse that Keldeo is based off of? No, it is not. Keldeo is based off of unicorns. I believe also Keldeo is like a mix of like unicorns and MLP. So that's that. That's on that. I don't know if there's a specific horse he sources from. I'd have to look that up. However,
there's that one horse from Pokemon the Legendary. I can't remember the name of it. And it kind of looks like this.
There's like a spectral horse thing that's in the newer games that looks like this one. But I think that's based off of a different spectral horse. Not Kelpies.
Yeah.
I think Kelpies, if you had to pick one, I think Dragalge is a pretty good equivalent. Because it's like got like the seahorse vibe going on.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah.
Anyway, back to the scary factor. I gave this guy a 1 for cunt. Because, like, if you can transform, that's, like, you've already got everything. Like, the view is subject to the beholder. Like, I can't, like, objectively, I give you the point.
I mean, shapeshifting, like, you serve by default. And if you don't, you can always change it up.
It's true. And then for agreeableness, I use the same argument as before. If you eat people, you get a 0. I'm sorry. For Razzle Dazzle, I gave him a 1 because I thought being made of plants, like, you get, like, an environmental point. Like, yay.
Yeah. Plus you
Yummy
shapeshift,
hearts.
so that's totally Razzle Dazzle, too.
Yeah, that both account for the reveal. For intelligence, I gave it a 1 because you have to be smarter than a normal horse to, like, know when to transform. And also preying on people. So similar logic as the last horse, however, like, also with, like, the whole transforming thing.
Plus, think about it. Like, if you're that big, if you're a horse-sized animal that preys on people, they're gonna hear you coming. Like, you're gonna have to be able to sneak up on people.
Yeah, I will agree with you. Like, there is, like, something that preying on people gives you a certain layer of intelligence that is hard to match up with.
I will say, I feel that the horse deserves a 0.5 in speed for being able to go on land and water, even though it's not noted on being particular. It's definitely faster than regular horses in the water, so that's something.
That's what I was saying, where I was like, I based these ratings off of land speed. If I were to go back and revisit my ratings, I would give it like a 0.5 at minimum for water speed.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Pure sake of speed, I would give it, like, if I were to revise this, I'd give it a 3.5, maybe a 4, depending on Liara input. So yeah. TLDR, 3 out of 5, could be bumped to a 4 out of 5. Potentially even a 5 out of 5 because Liara is also very agreeable. I didn't know that.
Amazing.
But, like, maybe she eats people. I don't know.
Liara does eat people. And she spits tar.
Yama.
Who did this art, by the way? I saw, like, the art's really good.
It's in the source.
Celtic Botan.
It takes you to a dead DeviantArt link, but this Celtic Botan person did it back when they were on DeviantArt. I wish them well. I hope they're doing well.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
The next slide, please.
Okay.
Mr. Officer.
Oh, no. Jesus.
So, this one I did. This is a bit of a take. Because Goldchip is a real horse, but also is an Uma Masume. So I counted it as a horse. This is a controversial pick. I gave it points for internally, like, pure aura. Coolness factor, right?
Right.
Literally fucking batshit horse.
What are these faces?
You can see the faces of the various gold ship faces. There's also Goofy. This horse is goofy as hell.
Oh my god.
For scary factor, I gave it a 1 for speed because this horse is actually canonically faster than other horses. Like, there is, like, proof. He raced in the Japanese G1 races, for, I believe. The Rima Akinen, I believe is the race name, but he got, like, a first in the Rima. A couple other G1s that I don't remember off the top of my head. But generally, if you're racing in G1s, you're some of the fastest horses in Japan.
Damn. So this is actually a fast horse.
Canonically a fast horse. When they care. When Gold Ship cares, fast horse.
Also worth noting, this is one of the few horses to earn that coveted speed point so far on the scary factor.
It's a very coveted point. I don't understand how so many mythological horses have nothing written about how fast they are. It's a little bit weird. Yeah.
His trainers concluded he never tried very hard.
As Atomic noted, literally canonically healthy and did not try and still was one of the fastest horses ever in Japan. I gave him also a 1 for cunt. I have to say that Gold Ship serves. Maybe not as much in his normal horse form. I don't know how gray horses are very subjective. However, I think that with the introduction of Uma Masame, I had to give the cunt point because Gold Ship in the anime also serves.
Yeah, no, agreed.
For agreeableness, I mean Gold Ship is breeding shit. You know what? True. Facts. Successful breeding stallion. I think there's like a 96% success rate.
Gold Ship just had another kid recently.
Really? Good for him.
Gold Ship just had another daughter, and like there's videos of them like showing it to her and being like, "This is my baby."
That's my baby. Gold Ship also carries the gray gene, which for those of you who are not horse versed, Gold Ship actually started off as like a brown horse, but gray horses as they age, I think it's melanin, like the melanin production in their fur, like it gradually starts reducing. So over time they become like gray horse. So I thought that was particularly cunty.
Yeah.
So Gold Ship actually started off as a brown horse. For agreeableness, I gave a 0 because if you know anything about Gold Ship, this horse is a fucking monster. Monster ass horse.
Kick people
Bites
like
people,
a lot.
Kicks people, hurts people generally. Yeah.
So not agreeable unless they're gonna breed you.
Yeah, very agreeable for breeding, not so agreeable for like everything else. For Razzle Dazzle, I gave it Gold Ship a 0.5 because like it's still just a regular ass horse at the end all be all.
But look at the tongue.
The tongue is quite cute. I also gave Gold Ship a 0.5 for intelligence because to be disobedient is to be intelligent, right? To be disobedient, you have to understand what people want from you. So I called that smart. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here and saying that all of this shit is intentional. He could also just be a prankster, a little goober.
I would say I'm very happy with your rating because you gave Gold Ship the speed point. For the Gold Ship fans in the audience, I would have given Gold Ship another half point to get them up to 3.5. So don't come at me.
This is my objective rating. I would be flexible on the Razzle Dazzle or intelligence combo, to give another 0.5. Anyway, next slide, please. If you have any comments, save them for the end. All right. So this is number 5 is Pegasus. All right, guys. So one of the fun things about Pegasus is that he was birthed by Medusa. In terms of like when Medusa was slain, this guy kind of popped out. So he's technically the son of Poseidon, so Slay. He's also a constellation per like mythology lore. He kind of got immortalized. And he has wings! This is the first horse on our list that has wings. So going into it, because there's really not a lot notable outside of the inclusion of wings. We've got speed. I gave him the coveted seed point because he's literally can go in the fucking sky. And I know that we had the land speed debate earlier. I think going in the sky I counted as like a complete, like the same comparative to a horse land speed. Going in the sky is objectively just faster.
Everything that can fly is faster than everything that can't.
For cunt, I put 0.5 here, and people may argue with me. But I think basic and overdone, because a lot of time Pegasus is depicted as a white or gray horse, depending on your knowledge of horse code. And I think that's kind of basic and overdone. I think that they're like the white horse is kind of an overused mythological horse design trope. Not all the times, but like in both like mythos, making them like white for purity's sake, like completely rich white, happens a lot. And there are some really great examples of designs that like take that and like iterate on it and make it better. Like for example, Prism's design takes the white horse concept and like adds like so much color and like va boom, it's not even really like a white horse anymore. But like some horses, like for example Pegasus, don't really do that. And that's why I took away half a cunt point.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Agreeableness. This horse is canonically so incredibly agreeable. He was Hercules' steed for a little bit, or Heracles if you're Greek. TLDR, he is like one of the most faithful companions. I also took that from the Hercules movie, because he was really cute in that. Let's be honest.
He was super smart in that movie too.
Agree.
And he was also with Bellerophon. He was with Perseus.
He was just generally a very good boy, which I thought is like notable enough to give him the point.
Yeah, definitely.
For Razzle Dazzle, I give him a 0. I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of like see what you get with this horse. It's a horse with wings. You don't really get much else.
But he's a constellation. That's got to be Razzle Dazzle.
I wouldn't consider that a Razzle Dazzle because he got moved to a constellation, and then like once you're a constellation, that's like where you like stay, and he wasn't like horsing anymore. He just like became a constellation. That was it. Like he died.
Damn. Okay.
For intelligence, I gave him a 0.5 because I felt bad. Because he really doesn't have. Like he's like regular horse smart, and I thought that was like worth okay. And plus, to do the complicated things he does in the sky, I would give him more points because like basically it's like regular horse points plus being able to fly in the sky. Okay.
Fair. I agree. He's got to be at least a little smarter because, you know, he's got to be able to fly around and stuff. But he's not like outside of the Hercules one. He's not one that's like, you know. He's not solving math equations or paying his taxes. Or...
Yeah, like, he's not paying his taxes, but, like, he's definitely, like, doing something a little plus.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, 3 out of 5 points. I'm trying to keep the numbers even. We can move on.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So this one is a kind of, like, a controversial vibe. This is Malthea. This is the unicorn from The Last Unicorn. For those of you who know what The Last Unicorn is, this is a very, like, you might be feeling nostalgia, you might be feeling feelings. This might have been one of my very many lesbian awakenings. This is, like, she made me want long white hair for years. This woman influenced my style to an irreparable degree. Honestly, an irreparable degree. The design is super iconic both in human form and in horse form. I feel like they like really knocked it out of the park, especially with like the cute like little forehead marking, like that's a star. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cute. And the movie itself is very gorgeous. If you've seen The Last Unicorn, it's a very pretty movie.
It's great. Like, it's such a good movie.
It's a good ass movie. For our scary factor, I know that some of you are very attached to our skill, so we're going back into it. For speed, I gave her a 0.5. And hear me out here. she outran the Red Bull for a considerable amount of time, and I would make that the speed point, because not a lot of horses could do that. Like, literally, like, most of the horses died because they could not do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave her half the point in speed, because I considered her faster than unicorns normally are, which is faster than, like, which is, like, about regular horse speed.
Right, okay.
For a cunt, I gave her the full point, because, like, just look at her. Like, that was my argument. Like, slay. Mama, eat. And I know some of you might be like, this seems a little bit contradictory with how you rated Pegasus. Fuck you. It's true. And I am personally biased. However,
she talks and stuff.
She only talks. Agreeableness, I gave her the weird 0.75, because I thought she was really agreeable. Because, like, she's nice to most people. Like, a lot of her being mean is, like, her snapping at other people because she's literally a person, and, like, she's like, I hate it here, which is, like, understandable. Being a person sucks ass. She did end up fighting a bull, but he was, like, coming for her in her space, so I gave her still, like, most of the points.
Yeah.
For Razzle Dazzle, I gave her 1 because I thought, I wrote specifically, the star marking on her forehead inspired face painters at child birthday parties for decades, and it's true.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's true. That's true. Yeah. And I would consider that, like, the fact that she could transform also really sells it for me. Sells it. For intelligence, I gave her a 0.75, because she generally makes smart decisions. However, she, like, picked the worst people. It's like when your smart friend is in a group project with morons. Like, it was definitely some choices she made to get to the point, but she was also generally, like, she picked up being a human extremely fast, and generally, like, is able to be, like, literate, and generally is cool as a human, but also, like, was able to transition fast. So I gave her a 0.75, because, like, she kind of made some bad decisions, so I question the wisdom, but for intelligence, she's pretty smart.
I like it. If you haven't read the book, the sequel book, there's more Almathea.
Yeah. I need to read the sequel. However, I have read the original.
Yeah, the sequel's really good.
Next slide, I will give a warning before we proceed.
Okay.
For those of you, it's a little sensitive. You may proceed now. This is not necessarily a horse, but it's tangentially relevant to me and my rating.
Oh my god.
For obvious reasons. The boob tree from the movies. She is kind of cunty, though. She's kind of cunty, though. All I'm gonna say is she kind of slayed. She kind of ate.
Oh my god.
And you know what? Like, I wish that was me, and betwixt her titums.
Do you want to go to the next slide?
Yeah, I want to give everybody a second to take this in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm moving on.
Yep, perfect. Thank you. So the next horse on our list, or rather 2 horses, are Xanthus and Balius. So the cool thing about these, I actually didn't know these horses existed. The first thing is there are 2 of them, and the whole thing is that these are telepathic battle horses, which I thought was slay, very cool, and they're both depicted as, like, 2 very, like, generally, like, they're immortal also, so I generally vibes. This was one of my rare low ratings on the scary scale, but I thought it was notable, so I wanted to include them because a lot of my friends fought for them to be on this list. So, for scary factor, there is 0.5 in the speed because they've got regular horse speed, but since they have, like, telepathy, they could do, like, maneuvers and, like, also can, like, coordinate with other horses and other people, which I thought was, like, I would give them half the point just because they could, like, make maneuvers happen, which is arguably something that is speed related.
Okay.
For cunt, I actually gave them a negative point. Jokingly so. However, I literally could not find any images of these two. Nobody cares about these two. In
What?
terms of like,
What are they from? Are they like mythological or?
these are mythological horses from, I believe it's Roman mythology specifically.
Okay.
Or not mythos, but like just generally the Roman pantheon they stole from Greek people. Generally, the vibe is where they're from. They were two immortal battle horses wielded by like one of the founders of Rome at some point. I don't know.
Okay.
They're part of mythos. But since nobody really cares about the Roman pantheon, kind of hard to find material on them. As you can see, I found one image of them. That is the only image I could find of them. And the other one is just a fucking blank stock image that I made. I added as a joke. So I give them negative points for cunt. Negative points is in, like, I hated it. So they got, I was mad at them and wanted to denote that. I gave them a 1 for agreeableness because they can literally talk to you. Like, they're both telepathic with each other and with people.
Okay.
So I thought that was slay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Razzle Dazzle, they look like normal ass horses. I think the specific part of them having like 8 legs combined was kind of cool. Like just together, like in myth, they noted them as like running so synchronously that they looked like they had like 8 legs together or whatever.
Oh, so like it's a trick. It's an
optical
illusion.
Yeah, it's the optical illusion. I thought it was cool, but I didn't think it was enough to like give them the point because like you'd have to see them running to see it.
Mm-hmm.
For intelligence, I gave them a 1. Specifically for the reasons I denoted in the agreeableness, because like since they're telepathic, they can also learn language. They can also like communicate thoughts. You know.
I got you.
So that's where they got the 2.5 from.
These feel like the tourist trap of the magical horses.
They are.
Like, you know, they're like, come see.
But nobody even goes here. They're kind of like the obscure legend. However, I was encouraged to include them because the concept of them is really cool, and I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think like having a pair of like telepathic horses to ride in battle is like scary as fuck. Like if I was on the enemy team and I heard that, I'd be a little bit spooked.
I don't want to fight a telepathic horse.
And you may go to the next slide because this actually we are coming up on one of my favorites. Very excited for this.
Ooh.
So horse number 8 is debatably called different things in different parts of Asian culture. So I'm noting all 3 names. This is across Korean, Japanese, and I believe Chinese folklore. These are the 3 names. So it's the Kilin, the Kirin, or the Gilin, depending on where you're vibing in the Asian mythosphere. Generally, it's described as part horse, part dragon. Which is slay.
Yeah.
and it's also an Asian myth, which is diverse from most of the other things on this list because we covered a lot of like Greek mythos and Scottish mythos. I'm really excited to get something from the Asian pantheon here. Very popular in media. This is like one of the more popular creatures on this list to where people know about them outside of like if you're a horse freak like me. Specifically because they're in Monster Hunter. If you recognize the top left image, that is from Monster Hunter. That is Kieran from Monster Hunter. It has like electricity powers, very slay.
Cool.
And also it's in My Little Pony, which is its own separate beast. And I think it's also Dungeon Bestie at a point. I don't know, it might be in the manga. I forget where exactly it is, but all of the left are from media, different media. So if you know of it, you know. And if not, totally cool. But there's definitely like media cites it as like a cool mythological horse, which I agree with.
I like that.
For a scary factor, I gave it a 0 for speed. I don't remember why I wrote what I wrote, so let's ignore that. But generally in the literature, it just had like horse speed when I reviewed it, so I gave it a 0.
Okay.
For cunt, it has like the singular like deer horn or like singular unicorn horn. It's debatable in the source material. However, just like the dragon and like the depictions, since there's so many of them, I thought that it deserved the full cunt point, because even if you didn't like one iteration, you could generally find an iteration you like. Like, I am very partial to Monster Hunter form. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I like the electricity and like the scales. They're neat.
For agreeableness, I know this is weird because it's not directly agreeable, but it actually signifies harmony in Asian cultures. So like, I would assume that means agreeableness, because like if you see one of these guys, you see harmony, that's agreeable. It wouldn't yell at you about politics at a family dinner, and I thought, I was like, agreeable. Approved. For Razzle Dazzle, I thought having dragon scales is just such like an interesting, cool, like, I gave it the points for Razzle Dazzleness, very slay. I thought it was really cool. And one of the other things that it noted in its mythos is that it can predict, like, kind of like Absol from Pokemon, it can predict really bad or really good events. It shows up at like the right time and place. Like TLDR, I thought it was intelligent enough to be able to predict good or bad things, so I gave it the intelligence point. Because it's noted as showing up to positive events, or like signifying if there's like about like to evacuate for negative stuff. Generally, this is noted in horse mythos. It's like a very like S tier horse. So overall, 4 to 5 on the scale.
It's in D&D too.
Yeah. Generally, very cool fucking horse, right?
Yeah. I like the horn on the... This is the Monster Hunter one on the left?
Yeah. The blue one is the Monster Hunter one.
That's really cool.
I'm very happy with it. And the next horse, before we go, is the last horse on our list. So I've really been enjoyed my time here, but this is the peak of horse. We've reached peak.
Okay. I'm afraid.
So I hope you're all ready. I hope you're all grabbing your chairs. Please advance to the final next slide.
What the hell is that word?
This is a horse from Indian folklore that I had recommended to me by my horse friends. Holy shit, this motherfucker. I have included the pronunciation guide for both me and you, so if I butcher this, I'm very sorry. It's Uchashvavis, I think is the full term. If you are of Indian descent and are making fun of me, totally vibes. You can bully me in the comments. Firstly, so fucking cool. 8 heads or 7 heads on a horse? That's wild. I wrote in my presentation, imagine trying to decide what to get for dinner. I think that speaks for itself. Generally, it was referred to as the king of horses in Indian mythos, which it's got 8 heads. I would sure hope it does. I also wrote, it looks like a manufacturer error on a normal horse, which I thought made it cool.
I like that. Yeah, no, it's very cool.
For the scary factor, this is our rare, our coveted 5 out of 5, and I'll explain why. For speed, in the mythos, this horse was denoted as both incredibly speedy and it can fly. Even though it does not have any like wing components, it can literally just fucking hover because it has 8 heads and is just based and epic.
Base and epic, yeah, I like it.
For cunt, this thing has 7 heads. That is 1 head per day of the week. And I was like, holy moly, that gives it the cunt point. Like, even if you don't like 1 head or like how 1 head looks, like there's another head in its place.
Yeah, no. 7 is, and that's perfect, because if it was 1 less, you'd be like, man, it's the exact right number.
It's the perfect number. Then for agreeableness, I put 1 as I believe this is, I forget which god, so I'm not gonna say, but this is a battle steed for one of the Indian, like one of the Hindu, sorry I said Indian, one of the Hindu gods specifically. Mm-hmm. This is one of their battle steeds, so I was like, it's objectively agreeable if you're a battle steed. For Razzle Dazzle, I gave it the full point here because you could, from the side, you could literally not see the 8 heads, and then it could reveal the 8 heads, and I thought that was
oh my god,
was, like, elevated. Because, like, theoretically, you could just see this as one horse, like a normal horse, and then you could, like, it could turn, and you could see all of that. That would freak me out.
That is so much better than the other one with the, like, well, if we're running, it looks like we have 8 legs. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Versus...
this one I thought was peak. I thought that was the peak of design here. And then for one, the intelligence, this is my one that you could argue that it would not get this point, but I said, and I am the deciding factor. There is 7 heads here, and each one of them, I'm assuming, has a brain. So I gave them the point by technicality, because it is literally 7 times normal horse intelligence. Because you have 7 brains. There wasn't a lot describing how intelligent the horse was, but I gave it the point.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, horses are pretty smart by default, and this one has 7 brains, so...
Yeah, and then now we can go to the next slide,
okay.
If you'd like. Questions.
If you disagree with my picks, fuck you. I have a question, but I don't disagree with your pick. Can I still ask?
Yes, that's perfectly fine.
I am going to turn off the slideshow because we don't need it right now. And then I can make you bigger.
Yeah.
Give me just a sec. I am making everything bigger here. And boop. And boop. Okay. That is going away. And let me make you big so people can see you.
Big!
Big. That was great. You did a great job. Thank you. So I'm gonna make myself bigger too. I did want to mention, so like I was doing research and I didn't want to, I wanted to let Flara run loose because Flara is the resident horse expert and I love hearing everything that she has to say about horses. There is so much horse folklore. It's like any other basic sort of like, you know, oh, what's folklore about dogs or folklore about bats or snakes. I mean, there is a wealth of stuff. I found out one thing that I wanted to mention to Flara specifically. There are these things called hagstones. So they are stones with circles that you hang in horse stables to keep hags from riding your horse at night.
What the fuck?
Yeah, apparently certain cultures they would go out to like the field and if you found and they would either find stones with holes in them or they would make them. And they said if you find one it's more effective because it's natural as opposed to being man-made. And you could hang it with your horse in their stable. And it would, because like apparently hags are just coming in at night and riding your horse around.
Why would a hag steal a horse? Like maybe I'm not versed, maybe I'm not cultured, but like it seems like kind of wild.
I don't know. I'm gonna assume they were drunk.
That's just such a wild pick. Like why steal horses? Like you could steal like so much different stuff. But horse seems like really random.
I mean,
but thank you for sharing. That's definitely a cool horse fact.
Yeah, a cool horse fact. Hi, Scarlett. I do always ask everybody. So, especially like you know because we're streamers and things. Are you in fact a horse girl? Are you a Pegasus girl? Are you?
I am literally a horse girl.
You're literally a horse girl. Why'd you want to be a horse girl?
I'm not gonna lie. There's really not much logic in it. I think it's because I think I had like a childlike wonder about horses, and that just expanded into whatever the fuck this is. I think most of it is pure vibes and aura. I think horses are kind of like scared generally, and I am also kind of scared generally. So maybe I feel kinship.
That's fair. I like that. I like that you have a reason, and it's you know it makes it's logical. A lot of people, it's like, I just think they're cool, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like hearing what people's reasons for pick, because like you know, there's so many magical creatures and legends and stuff. It's interesting.
You know, like there's like the whole like the meme where like it's like Marge Simpson like like holding up like the piece of like the thing, and it's like, I just think
The
it's
potato.
That's part of my inspiration. Yeah.
Take this potato. It's like, Mom, why are you always trying to give me potatoes? I just think they're neat.
They're neat. I am very much in the I just think they're neat category.
I just think you're neat.
I think you're neat.
Aw, thank you.
Do you have a favorite mythological horse? I feel like that's a good follow-up.
I just like horses. I really do. I mean, I've always liked unicorns. I've always thought unicorns were pretty cool. Like,
I would hope so. I sure hope it does.
We talked about this a little bit, but when I was a kid, I was reading the Chronicles of Narnia, and on the cover of one of the books, there's like this picture of a unicorn, and it's like got blood on its horn, and there's like blood dripping off of its horn, and I was like, holy shit, unicorns are badass. I think it would be a struggle to find. I love horse movies. I like Hidalgo and Warhorse, and any movie that has like Black Beauty. I just think
Secretariat's a really slay movie.
Secretariat, Seabiscuit. I'm trying to think of other horse movies, but there's some. It's like, let's watch My Little Pony. The Last Unicorn is an amazing horse movie, technically.
It's really insane how, I don't want to be like how crazy it gets, but like just the fact that there's so many like iteration of like horse.
Yeah.
Like, they're so like, people have like liked horses for a long ass time, and like some people thought they were majestic, other people are like, it is how it is. So I don't know. It's interesting to me that we've gotten this far.
It's neat because like you look at horses, and horses are kind of like one of those keystone animals that people domesticated like a long time ago, and they're just ingrained in almost every culture, almost every place that there's people. They've had horses that have been there for them along the way. They're used in heraldry, they're used in legends, they're used in now they're used in like we have Spider Horse, which is Spider-Man's horse.
Yes. Oh yeah, we do have Spider Horse. I forgot about Spider Horse.
I mean, if we did every horse that has ever been, we would be here for 6 years. But like, I love that people continue to love these animals. I went to there's a place near Ocean City called Assateague, and it's this little island, and you can go there, and they have wild horses.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and they just roam around, and like you have to like, if you're in Ocean City and you want to see an amazing an amazing thing, absolutely go and check it out. You can't touch them. You're not supposed to like approach them or feed them, but like you can you can look at them and watch them, and they're just beautiful animals.
I think that we as a society, like, we kind of are, I don't want to be this guy, but like we've kind of have such like a fascination with animals, like even if like not specifically horses, we just really love animals as like a whole. And I think that's like one of our good traits, like one of our like peak traits of just being able to like find camaraderie in animal.
Yeah, like people fall in love with the different, like what was Mudang. Everyone loved Mudang.
Yeah.
Pesto, that big penguin baby. Every time, like all my Instagram and TikTok stuff, like half of it's just baby animals and animals at zoos.
I think there's just such a wonderful, like, we as a one of the redeeming factors of horse is just and like animals in general is the fact that we all can enjoy a good animal, like as like a society, like even like a weird ass like person, like crazy person can admit that like, hey, horse, or like, hey, dog. That to me is like, that's hopeful. It's inherently hopeful about people that we all can enjoy it.
I agree, yeah, absolutely. And like another nice thing with horses in particular is you have the fact that like almost everybody will be like, oh, horses are great. I love horses. They're so pretty. Or like, even if they don't like to ride or anything like that, that's totally understandable. Whereas like, most other animals is like, oh man, I'm scared of dogs. Or you'll find people like you never hear people be like, man, I'm scared of horses. They freak me out.
I'm just happy that we've hit, like, we as a society can all enjoy horse. And just in general, like, vibes.
All enjoy horse. All enjoy horse. All enjoy Flara. Flara is really, really... The people who are...
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Part of Team Tower are my best friends. They are the people who make my streams possible. Flara, if you want to come back and talk about magical crabs and make another...
That's part 2. That's the part 2 that nobody wants.
I want it.
Crab talk.
I want it. Do you have anything big that you're coming up, or anything you want to talk about or like plug?
Oh, I can plug something.
Okay.
If you guys want to check it out, I helped create a game called Getator, a Gecko in Trouble, recently for part of an indie. Can I share links in your chat? I'll put it in chat if it gets.
Yeah, there you go.
If it gets censored, it gets censored.
It didn't.
I made that game with my friends. You want to check it out? That's my project that I did.
Yeah, I've been playing that actually. I've played it for 2 hours.
No, that's much.
I just sat there playing it for like 2 hours, being like, I like this. This is fun.
Yeah, this is it was part of an indie jam. Some friends and I got together and we made that game. It's based off of my IRL lizard, Mr. Tiberius.
I love your lizard. They have made multiple appearances in many of my streams.
My beautiful lizard son.
He peed on you.
He did pee on me.
Flara, thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being...
Thank you for having me. Thanks everybody for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh my god. There is one thing I've never gotten to do before, because this is the first time for Stings, Wings, and Other Things that I've had our actual book.
Are you gonna put me in the book?
I'm gonna put you in the book. So let me just adjust the book a little bit here. Okay. I'm just gonna jam you in here. So, I love you, Flara. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. He's putting me in the book.
There. Now she's in the book forever. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. Please support my friends, as always. You can hear her from in the book. She's I will be back. I've got my schedule up. I'm gonna be back later this week. We're doing some other things. I'll blab about them later, but thanks for being here. Thanks for being Pebbles. Thanks for being good people.
He's making me pay rent.
You do have to pay rent. I'm gonna see if anyone's online. If Flara has a suggestion for who we can raid, I'm happy to take suggestions.
If you want, one of my friends is streaming. I can send you over to them.
Shoot me their name.
They're playing Hollow Knight right now, Silk Song. So topical.
Very topical.
Very topical.
Let me grab that name. It's just Barricus.
Yep. They are a PG, generally PG content creator, and I know that I literally saw them the other day, and I saw their cat. So, bully them for cat pictures. Well,
we love cats here. Let me get your raid message going. We're gonna do a very special raid.
Special raid, horse raid.
We're gonna do pebble ponies.
Pebble pony raid!
There is your raid message. Thank you again, everybody. Remember to play more games, be safe, go follow Flara. Tell her her art's good on all of her platforms. She's Flarablitz everywhere. And I will catch you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye!
And I just want to make sure the raid goes through. It did. That was great. Thank you so much, Flara.